Rocco Crisis to my left.
Kay Corinne here.
Hey y'all, it's your girl She Chef Keish, aka Nacho Mama Punch.
She give me with that every time. It's your boy Zay Major. Yeah, we in the building.
Yes, and together we make up the
What's Your Own Podcast?
Yes. Misha, give us a rundown of what we doing today.
All right, well, today we're going to start with our favorite segment, which is the news. We're going to get a little into this fight that happened last night. Nate Robinson, Mike Tyson, some big names in the industry. We also have our Can't Make This Up segment. We're going to talk about some very interesting things going on in the world today. And also, we're going to get into a relationship conversation about asking people for things early on. What's too early? Is early even a concept once you're feeling somebody? So we're going to kick it off with the news, cuz. What you got for us?
Oh man.
Here we go.
Nate Robinson.
Nate the Great.
You need to stay playing basketball, my brother. I'm sorry. You got knocked the fuck out. And you didn't listen.
Oh.
You went to sleep. Your feet was one way. Your head was another way.
Body was.
They picked you up and you slid right on back down like a snake. You talked all that shit, got your ass from me. I'm sorry, Nate. You was playing baseball. Get your ass doing more sliding than swinging.
3 strikes and your ass was out.
Out. That was real fucked up. Like, don't talk shit and then get your ass beat.
And you made black people look bad, G.
And
wow. and this kind of, that hurt, but the ass will become by, around these pods, you around that talking shit, you go show up on somebody block and you talk shit like you finna get it all you got up in that gusto and you fucking around to get your ass whooped, motherfucker gonna clown your ass for the duration of your ass in that neighborhood, nigga, you get that. Yeah. So under that pretense, nigga, you better pick your words wisely, because we've seen many memes of people getting showed the fuck up and getting showed the fuck out.
He should have held him just like Roy Jones the whole time.
He tried, but that big old boy was putting him up off of, boy. Hey, that boy wasn't playing no game. Nate was trying to hold, because the thunder was coming. It was Apollo, Creed, and Drago all over again. Right. Creed 3. The wake of Nate.
Somebody needs to make his ass up.
He died a miserable death, bro.
Buddy got knocked. Buddy hit at the end of the day, he came into contact with the mat 4 times in 1.5 rounds. Not even the full 2 rounds.
And that's only 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Sean.
Right, just to do the full calculation. In 2 minutes and 35 seconds, he came into contact with that mat 4 times. And first off, let me just say, we hope speedy recovery, brother, because we hope you all right and there's no real damage done, because we all seen when Apollo Creed didn't wake up after that shit. Like, shit can get real.
And on top of that, we seen a fucking news report. This man got his ass beat for $600 on boxing news.
My stimulus check is more than that.
My nigga, you talk shit for $600.
You got your ass whooped for $600.
You talk shit for $600, walked in the ring with that energy. And got
but why, Nate? Why? We need some answers. Listen, you can talk to us here with your own podcast.
Hit us up.
Hit us up.
WhatYourOwn.com.
And let us
or hit us on IG.
What's Your Own Podcast
on IG.
Facebook.
Hey, come on, we can have that conversation.
After you recuperate, because you probably can't see right now.
gmail.com. Because listen, we need answers. Why did you call that boy out? Why did you not do shit they taught you in training? Why did you let them give you $600?
Why you go out there swinging like that?
No. My main thing is, if you going into the boxing ring, you should pick a trainer that's more conducive to training niggas like you.
And what's your trainer?
Because that trainer,
he needs to be held accountable.
You should immediately fire. Because when I saw who was training you and what his last name was, and it ended in some type of egas, I knew right then that you wasn't gonna make it. Because they don't believe in bobbing and weaving. They coming head on. And the problem was you ran into that tree. That tree didn't move. It knocked your ass out. Yeah. So you need to get your head game moving, my dude. You should hit him with a crossover or something.
But you didn't even step back, bro. Even Snoop, and Snoop is not a boxer. Snoop was like, hey, Sugar, ain't he supposed to stick and literally move? Like, everybody everybody was flabbergasted at the lack of movement backwards after these punches. Baby, we need to know what happened.
I know what happened.
He got his ass whooped.
He was he fucking with the wrong sport. This nigga was in the ring in some Jordans.
Yeah.
That in the dough, like Snoop said. Snoop, we gonna refer to you a lot too, bro.
And further,
you had us dying. But Snoop said, well, hell, this dude got on some boxer shoes. The problem is Nate in the wrong shoes. He out there like he hooping or something. This ain't what that is, bro. You need to switch it up.
Exactly.
You had the wrong shoes on.
And I heard he thought he was gonna be able to slam Buddy, and then he kept remembering like, I can't slam him. This not that. And so without the slam and the stomp, he had nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, he wanted to go to the little man game, to get under you, scoop you and dump you. But that ain't what happened when you.
This ain't a street fight. This is boxing.
Hit him with some more body
That
shots.
was crazy. And to move on.
And the ref, hold on, that ref was bogus. Cause that last time he had got up. He was like this. He should have stopped the fight. Motherfuckers thought shit was funny. That's what I think happened.
I'm gonna tell you, I know what happened.
It shouldn't have kept going for real though. On a professional level, he shouldn't have still been fighting after that. They should have called the fight.
Well, what happens when you don't call it early? It get called late.
Hold on. His corner should have threw the towels in.
They
knew he was fucked up.
Several people are accountable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Coming from where I come from, man, the worst way to go out is with your booty in the air. And I felt like when he felt like going down, man, he should turn sideways or something. Get
he
your
was
booty out the air.
unconscious because when they connected, it ain't no flip. It's getting knocked down and getting knocked out.
That man,
he got knocked out, not down. Ain't no flip. Ain't no flip to the out, cuz.
Never stay on your stomach, only down.
Yep, he better stay on his stomach.
But like when they was first, like, you ready? If y'all look in his eyes, he was like,
he was never ready.
Was not ready.
When he stepped in the ring, he wasn't ready. When he stepped in the ring, he wasn't ready. When he walked through the back door, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. He was never ready.
Segueing
into
that.
Ready when he came out in them Jordans.
No. Kevin Hart just had a special with motherfuckers said one funny. I personally thought the shit was hilarious. But one of the main things that he said is like, man, y'all got celebrities under a microscope so much. It's like suck to be a celebrity. Motherfuckers in your face with cameras and everything you do is like a meme and shit. And then directly following that, y'all bogus. Cause it was memes about Nate 10 minutes after the fight.
Was it 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
I thought it was immediately
3 minutes.
1 minute.
They know the video.
Robinson challenge.
They had the Sonics. Like, so they had to get him with the ring jumping out like Sonic the Game.
I saw a meme of a dude laying face down. I saw a meme of a dude laying face down with his keys on the side and it said Nate Robinson get the keys knocked out his pocket. I was like, damn.
No, that shit was like green. They had all the Sonic sound effects with the ring jumping out his head.
They got a Nate Robinson challenge.
Y'all bogus. Y'all insensitive. Black people.
What did y'all think of the night in overall though?
Let me tell you.
Concerts and shit.
Snoop, man, you was dope. Gotta give you your props. I give you your props. I gotta give a props to Roy Jones Jr. and also Mike Tyson because they did their geriatric thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they did that. They got more than $600,
and they got their
and Snoop got more than $600. But everybody was fabulous. Neo did his little thing and everything. You know what I'm saying? My boy Wiz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody that came out did their thing. Everybody got more than $600.
Snoop did his
I don't know if everybody got more than $600. We just guesstimating everybody got more than $600. They gave Nate a stimulus check.
Snoop ain't got the bed for $600.
Did you look up and see what's the name of the buddy Nate Fall? Because I don't want to keep disrespecting him because he did knock Nate.
What's his name?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, they gave both of y'all stimulus checks, so you niggas went in there off the love. The love of fighting. They went in there for the love.
Nate don't got no love for fight. He disrespected the
love don't got no more love.
When
love was trying to fight, he can't box.
Look, when Nate was training, somebody was telling him, man, you'll be good in this. Nate had a buddy that's
the motherfucker that's accountable.
Nate had a buddy. Nate need to go see that friend.
He got gas.
After he can see again.
That's what Nate need to go look at.
He can't see.
Nate need to go look at the nigga who told him, man, I think you got a future.
And beat his ass. Street fight his ass.
You go ahead
slam him, Nate.
And slam him,
Nate. His ass and get it recorded. So that he can become a king, Nate.
I fucked with how the whole night flowed. Like I thought it was spectacular. I thought that was the best pay-per-view in a multitude of years because the commentators made it interesting, man. And then there wasn't no dead time. Like it was fight, concert. Fight, concert. And they kept it popping.
Because it was several coming. It was Snoop. How many other was it? Mario, what's the face? And then it was
Mario was like the sideline dude.
But it was
the ones at the table.
Sugar Ray
Leonard.
Who else?
It was an MMA fighter named Adesanya. He was one of them.
Okay.
Snoop was the other one. It was another commentator that usually, I forget his name right now, and I apologize. We'll look it up. But he usually commentates for Showtime Boxing, and he commentates for NXT Wrestling. That's WWE. And the dude is cold. Don't let the pigmentation fool you. Dude is up with this hip hop, R&B. He up with our culture because he always throwing all types of props to the hip hop scene when he in the midst of his commentating. When he be either in wrestling or in Showtime, and he shocked me. He be throwing me out. I be like, what you know about the woo? You know what you know about? Like he be throwing stuff in there. You can tell like he was really influenced by
who was
the hip hop culture.
Lord have mercy. Somebody was like, Lord have mercy.
Well,
I don't think that was Snoop. It was too high pitched.
That sound like Snoop. That sound like a Snoop.
That shit was bogus.
I know Adesanya was on the sideline. My man said, hey, everybody talking about how this is supposed to be an exhibition fight. He was like, fuck that. Them niggas going in there to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said, Lord have I mean, it came from the gut, like Holy Ghost.
Well, I'm telling you, if I'm not mistaken, that sounds like Snoop on the Lord.
Snoop was like real quick, like, oh man, he gonna shake that. Snoop was trying not to make a big deal. That's all that was Snoop. Because Snoop was like, oh man, they can shake that off for the next fight. He tried to get away from it. He tried to spare that man. The Lord have mercy came from somebody else.
You gonna make me go back and find out who did the Lord have mercy. We gonna try to have an update for you on the Lord have mercy on the next episode 4.
Who you was.
So we're gonna keep y'all hanging to episode 4. So if you want to come back and find out who said Lord have mercy,
that was
come on back because it was a cold move, but yeah, it was a spectacular theme. Man.
And what about the duplicity of those of us who was rooting for Nate? Because it's different to be like, yeah, let's get it, and to see a motherfucker take a loss that can't be nothing but entertaining. Like to try not to laugh when you see somebody you support go down in such a humiliating fashion. Everybody was torn in the room.
Man, Nate should have had a tag team partner. He should have tag somebody.
I wasn't torn.
I'm gonna say this. First of all,
tagging a real fighter.
Hey, you got that, man. Come on, man. We all had that buddy thought. They can whoop everybody, man. They talk that smash.
Absolutely.
And you get them out there, man. You go out there with them just for support. Make sure nobody else jump, but you there with him so he can get his paper with who he looking for. And that motherfucker give him what he looking for. Mm-hmm. And then you look at your buddy like, nigga, I told you not to bring your ass over here with that bullshit.
when I found
that work,
definitely had a couple of them.
And because we also know. And see the thing about it was, in our community we always tend to want to root for the brother against the others, but the brothers against the others. Y'all caught how that flew out there. And the problem with that is, man, we both know it's dudes out there with them hands, man, that's on the other side of that glass, man, that got them hands for your ass, and if you go at them wrong, they gonna give you that business.
Like Snoop
you
said,
understand
ain't
me?
No playing with this
hey, man.
And ain't no playing with this boxing.
Hey, man, you can't, I want for the disrespect dude. I want to see what he's coming out there with. I respect all my opponents.
Let me tell you this. When I found out that Nate was a basketball player turned boxer, I was like, that's a hell of a jump. Like,
also, you know that?
No, and then I say, I'm like,
I'm finna give you some game, though. I'm finna give you some game. Check paper. Roy Jones used to play professional basketball and then go and box. Like, he played for the USBL.
Okay.
So Roy was hooping professionally and then turned around and go fight the same day. Like, Roy was on that. Right. Roy was a natural gifted athlete. And you saw it in the ring last night. Though he is 51 years old and he a shell of his former self against another 50-year-old, he had something. Now he get in the ring, some of these young kids, they're gonna shake up his little benches. But
Roy ass was holding fight. He was hitting
like 10 points. He was hitting Mike with no look jabs, fresh in his shit. He looking this way, was like, "Bow!" Mike was cut. It took Mike at least 3 rounds just to time him because he was catching him with the no looks, Joe, and he was getting him some good hands. But he had to hold because Mike was shaking his rib cage. Mike was hitting that boy with body. Let Mike hit you with a few of them. You gonna hold too. Mike told him at the end, "Hey man." Because he was saying, Mike was hitting me with some good body shots, and Mike looked at him and said, "You took him.
You was taking him.
You was taking him because he was bodying the hell out of Roy, I don't care who you is.
But what about
Mike was hitting them with boy? Mike was hitting them from the old land.
When they was on their benches though, Buddy couldn't even breathe. He was having an asthma attack. That's another reason he was taking along. Mike was sitting there getting the regular pat down, talking shit.
It's a difference. Here's the difference. Mike been a heavyweight from day one,
but not in 15 years.
He's a hold fast. When you a natural heavyweight, you're a natural heavyweight.
Touche.
You know what I'm talking about? Anybody natural heavyweight, natural middleweight who ballooned to a heavyweight, and that's what Roy did. So when you're going in against somebody with natural heavyweight power, and you balloon up to fight that, it's a different animal.
Yeah.
Okay. And they had Roy stats in the beginning, like how powerful Tyson punch was, and that shit was like serious.
Roy built. I think Roy started at middleweight, went to cruiserweight, went to light heavyweight, went to heavyweight. So where he started from to get gradually up to where Mike was, that's a different animal.
Right.
They talk about how fighters go from bantamweight and just balloon up to welterweight and how the power is extremely different. So Roy was literally relying on his skill to really protect him in that fight. We ain't gonna talk about just winning it. To protect him, he was counting on his skill, and that's what you saw. He was trying. But when Mike stopped going to the body, Mike stopped headhunting, stopped going to that body. It changed the parameters.
So why y'all think they called it a tie? Because that was some bullshit.
Because it was an exhibition. And you didn't want people. It wasn't about really winning or losing. It was about these two cats.
Well, somebody tell that Jake boy it wasn't about winning or losing. Because why would he humiliate Nate like that?
Nate humiliated his motherfucking self.
Hey,
you can't. Mike, prime example. If Roy would have got in that ring, and he said anything sideways about doing anything to Mike, you better believe it would have been a different Mike Tyson you saw.
True. Yeah. He was very respectful. He was like, man, I'm just honored to be able to fight Mike. Yeah, he's very respectful.
Nate went in there like he was fighting for an IBF title.
Right.
Like he was promoting a real fight.
Like he was promoting a real fight.
And dude got in there.
And whooped that ass.
And shut him the fuck up.
But why you let him give you 600, Nate? We got to know because 600 is like a McDonald's check for a child. Like,
man,
this ain't cool. And an adult don't make it $10 an hour, don't make $600. Gee, like, no.
Because Nate thought he had one. Nate thought that Mr. Paul, because I'm calling him Mr. Paul now. Mr. Paul earned that. Thought he was sweet.
But why?
The why gotta come from Nate. The why gotta come straight from Nate. All I can say is, from the way he was talking and the way he led into that fight, he thought it was sweet. Otherwise, you don't go there because because at some point, what you saying, you got to get in there and back that shit up.
Yeah. He thought he was gonna whoop that. He thought he was gonna whoop that white dude. He must have never seen Rocky or something. Cause man, that big old Russian. Oh my God.
Hey, we just saw Creed 3.
Vicious.
But this time wasn't no getting up to the music. I had a tiger that started playing in the background. Dun, 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 dun. Well, nobody getting him up.
Right.
You understand?
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, Michael B. Jordan's character did not have a history of boxing, but he had a good trainer. And he did lose that first fight, but he gave Buddy some decent go.
Hey.
Why he came in there like...
Well, make sure to watch Creed. He should have listened to Rocky instead of listening to Buddy in the sideline. He should have listened to Rock. He should have went on here and got Rock. And Rock would have had him chasing chickens and hitting tires and out there with his foot in the tire fighting other real tough niggas in the desert.
Did you step up, Slide? We thought you fuck with black people.
We thought you was with it, Slide. Nate needed you, Slide. Nate needed you.
He did.
You let Nate go. Hey, but maybe Nate gonna get Slide in the sequel.
Okay.
Nate ass ain't getting back in that ring.
He got to go try to get a victory. He got to get a victory. But what he can't do is get on another pay-per-view first. See, what he should have did was fought in the gym and got the understanding of what it was. He should have gotten one of them little, like, got the pavilion, the UIC pavilion, and fought in the pavilion under, because there's only a 1% occupancy. So you had like 10 people in the crowd, and he could have got used to that. Because when he walked out the paper, his first fight was one of the big, because here's what, another thing. Mike said that the fight with him and Roy last night was the biggest pay-per-view of either one of them's career.
Wow, that's dope. Yeah, that's
so just imagine how many millions of people watched that fight last night, and Nate fucked around. Somebody fucked again. Bad corner now, because somebody fucked around and told Nate, hey man, there's 200 people watching tonight, 200 million people watching tonight, and Nate got shook.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because I'm thinking like, he had never been in that type of environment before in a sport that he never competed in.
So maybe he should have went the YouTube route because he wasn't in it for the money. Like, if you should have.
We could tell because $600 ain't no money. Like,
yeah, because you wasn't in it for the money. So why you go big like this? Because I thought he was cute when he was on the bullshit. I kind of hurt because I was like, he was looking.
This nigga.
Now I can't even respect you, bro.
I'm sorry. I gotta be honest. I've never heard anyone say Nate Robinson was cute. That was a new one.
Yeah, he's very talented. Talent make you cute. We all know that.
What?
Yeah,
talent make you cute.
He was a beast. Huh?
Come from the inside.
Yeah.
Cute come from the inside?
It's like when people say they got a good personality.
Usually when people say no. Usually when people say you got a good personality, you ugly
as hell.
No.
Fuck me.
So nobody has ever grown on you. You thought a bitch was kind of whack.
Did you just hear what you just said? The chick gotta grow on me?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there just trying to find a reason. Fuck, that's later though. That's the relationship shit. Because did you say grow on me?
Yeah, people grow on me. Did you see Beauty and the Beast? He had a nice personality.
He was a beast.
And she loved him because he was
trapped her in the house.
And then she gave him a pass.
That's how I see it.
After kidnapping her, holding her hostage.
And then she came to love him.
I think it was game. I think she knew if I don't pretend to be this, he ain't gonna let me out this crib. So I'm gonna pretend to like this mother.
When the village people came to murder him, she came back for the save because he had a good personality. He was a beast. Probably
you heard of people defending their captors. It was a mental game. Syndrome. That's what happened. She was Stockholmed.
Well, I feel like Nate was very talented. I feel like he did his thing for the Bulls. He did his thing for the Bulls. He got a certain amount of charm based on that. You know what I'm saying? He looked kind of tough and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking with it.
What made Nate really, really grow on people is one, he's 5'9" and he plays with the heart of a big man.
Underdog.
He goes in there and he fights and he gives his all every time he stepped on the court. And I respected him and he would dunk on you. But the difference is you ain't got a basketball, you hitting somebody and dude can hit you back. Like how they talk about dudes don't fight in the NBA no more. Yeah, he fought like a normal NBA fight. Yeah. Not like a boxing fight. Right, you know how they fight in the NBA? It's that hold me back or I'm going to grab you and hold you till the refs break us up and I'm going to look tough. Well, that didn't work because the ref only going to break you up for a second. And then he's going to tell the other boxer, go. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, baby, we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from your representative. We definitely want to hear from your trainer, his bitch ass. Definitely that.
She said his bitch.
We want to hear
That's
from.
What it is, 'cause they shouldn't allow
we want to hear from the bookie that made you take this dive. You know what I'm saying? Because this is
the and we're looking for sponsors. So anybody
hit
us up. But seeing as that we independent, we can say what we want right now.
Fuck you.
So she said that he took a dive.
Right, straight out Pulp Fiction, but see, you didn't get the courage that Bruce Willis got.
She said straight out of Pulp Fiction. Bruce didn't go down, though. That's why they want to kill Bruce ass. Bruce ain't gonna let this mob with me.
Can't do it.
Yo, I can't do it. This nigga can't feel my ill.
But on that note, like prayers and blessings to the family and speedy recovery, name straight up.
Yeah, man.
Our next segment, y'all already know, is that kind of like it's some shit you couldn't make up. Nate Robinson, $600 taking that loss. But listen, what is our official can't make this shit up for today?
Can't make this shit up is about a man over in Africa. Is a nightclub owner, man, and he's known as Pretty Mike. Pretty Mike showed up to his friend's wedding in a hot pink suit. But that ain't the story. And 6 girlfriends, not wives, 6 girlfriends, and all of them was pregnant.
Pregnant?
I'm gonna let that. I'm gonna let that.
All of them, like not even little bellies, like big belly pregnant.
To his man's wedding in hot pink. So in the door, you coming in trying to snatch all the attention.
All attention.
But not only did you come in a hot pink suit, you showed up with 6 bras pregnant by you and had them walk in a straight line.
And matching outfit, they all had
matching
kind of
silver outfit. They wasn't even gowns, they was pantsuit. They in a pantsuit. A silver.
I knew they all had little gowns. Oh no, they had one of them had on a dress.
All of it's the same.
Them all the same thing?
That's a dress. Yeah, well she looked like, this one and this one. I don't know. But this a pantsuit, that's a pantsuit. So they showed up in matching pantsuits, like dude pimping hard, Joe. Like, yo, man, they all on here grinning and smiling like they proud of their dynamic. You know, they on there like some sister wives shit.
So what a man gotta have or be or whatever for you to be comfortable being one of his 6 bitches?
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
And what about you, the Princess of Munda?
She said a princess.
Let me tell you something. I said, Coach, yes. I'm stingy when it comes to my shit. And I ain't sharing shit. Because if that's what you want to do, I feel like, do your shit. But me personally, I'm selfish.
Hold on. She said, do your shit. Go ahead.
Me personally, like, I'm selfish.
So there's nothing, a palace, $1 million a week?
That's what I mean. It's just me. My sanity mean more to me than anything. My everything mean more to me than anything. So that right there, that's embarrassing.
So what y'all think that
you ain't finna embarrass me?
What y'all think he be saying to him though? This the kind of stuff I be want to know. You know what he be saying?
They probably got one of the tiny beds.
What you think?
It's like double king beds.
This man said, because he had some Instagram pictures of him waking up with all of them in the bed and.
So they all living together too.
Yeah, they doing them.
What he say? What you think? You a silky smooth motherfucker. What he be saying?
Zay Major. What would Zay Major say to get 6 chicks in the bed with him at one time? All having unprotected sex.
That's the scary part.
Knocking them up. You know what I'm talking about?
Shit, he probably ain't saying nothing. He probably just got that bag.
He wasn't worried about COVID.
Yeah, he probably got the. He probably
COVID. We coined that phrase.
Shit, he probably got the package big enough so all of them going.
So, is the package?
It got to be the package.
Is that what you did? Which package? The brown package or the package downstairs? I think he got the brown package. I think the brown package changing lives around there.
He got the brown package and the green package.
The money in the brown package.
Okay, and then the big penis?
I personally ain't gonna be commenting on that. I'm thinking it because for 6 of them, Joe.
You know what they say about them Africans and them Nigerians and stuff, though.
Yeah, you don't watch much African porn. I watch some African porn and it ain't holding like that. It ain't like that all the way around. But check paper.
Wait, so how you see African porn? You type in African?
Yeah.
Damn.
You some type of
XNXX. You know what I'm talking about? Yo, shout out there. We need sponsors, XNXX. Come on through.
He said Senegalese freak Nick.
I just
damn.
Oh my God.
Didn't know that was a thing.
I just go Pornhub.
Yeah. I done graduated. Pornhub where I started in grammar school. I'm moving up. College was XNXX. You know, actually, I got that from my brother. My brother hit me up to XNXX, and I ain't got off of it.
Shout out, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know what you can say to 6 chicks though.
6 chicks, right?
Bro,
like that's amazing.
And then the stamina. So you giving everybody some penis once a week? Like them some bogus odds. If I was one of them, I'd be like, so I'm gonna see you next Friday. That's horrible.
Well, wait a minute. He gets each one penis once a week, so you basically.
I don't know if it's once a week. She's saying on general to average it out. You got 6 chicks you're gonna give, and then you use the 7th day like Jesus, like God. You know, then
he rests. Day. It's the Sabbath.
Then he rests. But my thing is because he's a nightclub on over there, and it's very, very, very. I think since 2009, if I'm not mistaken, if I read it right. So my man done grew this club over there into something that's real big. So he's a popular figure over there. Okay. He's real, he's a celebrity.
So what nightclub owners we got here that's on that status?
Well, it could be a lot of them we don't know, man.
They don't put their business.
There's a lot of, because I'm going to tell you how it go here, man. A lot of them cats, they got wifey at the crib. So they done picked the wifey.
Right.
So what's happening on the other end? Hey man, this non-disclosure agreements going on around here. We parlaying and partying.
I don't know the nightclub owners, but I know some big promoters out here that they definitely be having chicks on.
Yeah.
Chicks on
I mean, you can't make me believe like some of these entertainers out here ain't swinging and banging, even though they got wifey in the cut. Like I was always taught, you know, in the door, you don't let that drama come towards the doorstep. As long as the drama don't cross the doorstep, man, whatever you do out there, like I said before, you keep your business out the street.
Yeah, you have to.
Because once your business in the streets, it becomes my business.
Yeah, everybody's business.
Boy, that's a quota. So at the end of the day, like I feel like the way he moving, he open with it. He obviously ain't got no wifey. So the way he dealing with it, if everybody's happy in that, then hey man, you continue to be happy.
Hey, I ain't gonna knock him.
Now how to get it, how to make that happen. Like I say, I feel like maybe in some of their cases, what dude brings to the table for them is life changing.
Yeah. You don't think that they just have low self-esteem? At least 2 of them? 2 out of 6?
In those speculations, it could be, but in some cases, it could possibly be that they extremely secure in the situation. That's why they allow themselves to be out in public and brought up. And I'm cool with this because I love dudes.
So are they all? Because we just get the 9 of the side piece. Are they all side pieces? Or are they all the main?
I think it's all the main. Think about it. How many wives do them sheiks be having?
Who is she?
Sheiks, the sheiks over there in Pakistan and over there in what's over there in Punjabi and shit over there, like they be having multiple wives.
Yeah, but that's part of their culture. So I think it's part of their culture.
Yeah, it's their culture too. Right, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, look at over here, all these sister wives. Dude had like 5 wives and they on TV.
Yeah.
Like that.
On their compound.
Yeah, they doing their thing.
But see, this is the thing. So in college, we read this book. So it was an English mixed with a Caribbean class. And so you read authors that are like little known, like women who wrote little diaries in Africa back in 1800s, and they finally found them and, you know, shared the works. Mm-hmm. A lot of them chicks was like, he brought home his second wife today and I want to die. Like that. It wasn't even cool even then. Yeah. People think like, oh, it's that culture is cool. No, them bitches was like, I'm sick that he with somebody else. It's never been cool to everybody, no matter what the culture. Sick. And
they have to act like they're
okay. They were sick. Like, and that was all they ever knew, and it still hurt them.
It's a different dynamic when you aren't accustomed to it in your upbringing. Because the way we were raised, one husband, one wife.
But they was raised in that atmosphere, and still was salty.
No, they were. In your example.
Yeah.
In their example.
They not salty at all.
Yeah, no, they on that.
Or they stunned for the gram and they are, and at least 2 of them salty. I don't believe if they got
that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Can't nobody be 100% happy in that situation.
Heck no.
Can't nobody be.
No.
But him.
Facts. And even
he's the only one that's 100% happy until he have to break bread.
Yeah. No, and that's when he becomes 6 newborn babies. And motherfuckers want you to pull
he gonna go. Kids. I wonder if that's a different dynamic because I wonder if he got any previous kids. Because he can have 6 straight up. Because he can have 6 straight up right out the door.
Right.
And you know, this ain't Optimum, like one bra having them all. You got 6 different chicks having 6 different babies. And then I wonder if any of them having twins, but that's a different story. Do he have any other kids outside of these? Because if he is, he really on some African tribe shit.
I'm sure he do.
You plan to show up at a wedding with 6 women that are impregnated with your bastard children.
Did you say Chaster?
I said bastard children.
Oh, bastard children.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
She's on the track.
No, I thought she said Chaster children. I was like, damn.
And a hot pink suit. If I was your friend, I'd ask your goof ass to leave. Because if nothing else, it was very rude to take the shine away from the bride.
And that's exactly what it did.
And on that note.
And he did that on purpose.
Facts. Like, so you an asshole already, bro.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be your man's, you know. You'd have caught the Nate Robinson.
I'm sure he told him before he came.
You'd have been face down in your pink suit with your booty in the air.
He had
my wedding like that because all my cousins there.
He definitely had to tell him before he came that he was coming with all 6 wives.
So we was closing out that segment anyway, as far as the 6 chicks and the
pink suit.
Yeah, like Buddy was rude if nothing else, and don't invite his ass to your wedding. The next topic is When is it appropriate to ask for something in a dating environment? Now, we've all seen the memes with people like, every time I meet a girl, her phone finna get cut off. But on the converse, some of us ladies deal with some requests early on. People asking for home-cooked meals and all kind of shit before they even know their last name.
Right.
So it's like, when is it a good space to be like, hey, can you do this for me? What do you say, Zay?
3 to 6 months. Because I ain't no damn ATM machine.
Damn.
I ain't so goddamn
3 to 6.
I ain't your sugar daddy either.
Yeah, you too young to be a sugar daddy for this.
Well, it is what it is.
Right.
3 to 6 months. Facts.
Before any request on either side.
I'm not asking you for nothing.
Ever. But you can ask me.
I'm not asking you for nothing.
But what about that old statement, man? It ain't tricking if you got it.
Fuck that. I ain't no ATM machine.
He ain't no damn
Right.
If I gotta pay you to fuck, you a prostitute.
What about
it's a business arrangement? I agree. It's a lot of business arrangement. It's a lot of business arrangement out here underneath that category. That's why I say it depends on where we at in that conversation. Like, prime example, you have posted something about an independent woman feeling a certain way about a man who would come to her and say, I'm going to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z for you. And she felt like if you're going to do it, just do it.
There was a request like, hey, don't ask me if I need groceries. Don't ask me, just show up with the shit pretty much. Because if you ask me if I need it, I'm going to be like, no, shit, I'm scheduled to go to the store on Thursday. I just stay on my regular schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to do something extra for me, just do it, is what it was saying. And that some people, such as myself, may not feel comfortable being like, yeah, can you get me and the kids some lunch meat? I'm not going to do that shit. And I mean, it's okay with me.
So you're saying you don't feel comfortable doing that?
No, I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, if you want me and my kids to have something, give it to us. But as far as like you being like, hey, so you need some gas? Like, no, you be like, pull over, baby, I'm gonna fill up your tank. If you ask me if I need gas, I'm gonna tell you no, because I don't need it. If it's something you want to do for me, do it for me.
Right. Well,
hold on. I want to give all these women that's watching this an opportunity to be like, girl, go ahead, girl. So I'm trying to get y'all go ahead, girl. I'm gonna smash, but go ahead.
Well,
and get it in. Get y'all, girl, you show right.
Some women feel like, shit. If you're gonna ask for some ass, she gonna ask for some cash. It's just how that shit goes.
I understand that.
But then you have some. Most of the time, you find people where they see your situation and just do it instead of asking you for it or whatever, because they'll see you going through it. You know what I'm saying?
So you have a problem as well with a dude coming to you saying, "Baby, do you want me to?"
Hell no! You can ask, and I'm like, yeah.
That's my point. Okay.
I'm not afraid. I'm not the person that's afraid to be like, nah, I don't need it, or nah, I don't want it. Because whether I need it or I want it, if you're going to give it to me, run it.
I'm taking it. I feel you. I mean, but it's all about comfort levels.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, a person is not going to...
Look, I'm not even offering.
Listen, but see, you have, like I said, you have some dudes that see you going through a situation. And instead of saying do you, they just do it, and then they be like, man,
and sometimes it ain't no situation. It's just like, I care about you. Like, right. You out here doing your thing. You obviously don't need
I want to help.
But I want to help. That's where it needs to come from. It don't need to come from that space. Like,
so, is it wrong for him to say or ask?
No, it's not wrong. What I'm saying is, if you trying to fuck with me and I'm telling you, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. If you still want to fuck with me and you want to do it, you will do it. If you don't, you won't. I don't have a problem either way. I wouldn't say it's wrong.
I wouldn't say
it's wrong. But I'm not going to tell you I need a motherfucking thing.
Let me tell you something. If somebody want to put some gas in my car, I'm like, fill it up. Because I use premium.
I got a Sam's Club car. What you say, club? Like, and I say you somebody, I got a Sam's Club or Costco car, baby.
My car holds 19 gallons. You go ahead and add that up. And I use premium, so run that gas, bro.
I don't have a problem doing for my woman.
It's a beautiful thing.
Ash.
You know it. I don't have a problem doing for my woman.
Who, Tracy?
Hold on!
I'm just playing. That was a joke.
Will she hear that?
I'm just playing, Ashley. It's only you, girl.
We love you, Ashley.
Oh, you just made my
Call me, boy. Call me.
Sundays is my get to it night. You might have just...
I ain't breaking up.
I'm glad this ain't posted Tuesday because Tuesday gonna be a motherfucker. But look,
no, it's not.
My thing now, she swear, man. We securing our thing, man.
Yeah,
we real good, man. 15 years strong. We do us. You know what I'm talking about? The ground rules is set. We know what it is. Ain't nothing coming to that doorstep. You better believe. But my mentality in it, I don't mind doing for it. I don't mind saying, hey, you need me to woo. I'll take care of that for you. Because to me, sometimes the lines get blurred. Whereas if you take it upon yourself to start doing A, B, C all the way to X, Y, Z, I don't want the lines to get blurred. Sometimes the lines in that situation tends to get super blurred. Because when you take it upon yourself to constantly do things that you see needs to get done, what happens is in that relationship, it becomes underappreciated and it becomes expected. And when someone's doing something because they love you, it tends to get translated to you supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And that's not how that's supposed to be carried.
Not at all.
And in terms of a lot of those situations, you just go get the con and you get it full, and then a particular time shows up when the car's on a quarter E and she get to the house and it's, why you didn't take my car to get some gas put in?
Like
you know my car was running low. I've been driving all week. You know I got to be running out of gas. Why you ain't took my car to get no gas put in?
You supposed to put it in there.
So
with that being said, it also depends on where you at in the relationship. Mm-hmm. It also depends on if your relationship is at the level of you've been in a relationship for a while and you built some type of
I agree with you, but that wasn't the question.
The question is, when is it appropriate to ask for things in dating? So in dating can go...
Dating ain't a relationship.
Also true. So we talking about you trying to get to know me. We don't live together. You picking me up. We going on dates here and there. And you like, hey, you need us to stop and grab your car and go to the gas station? I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. But if you swing by one day, like, hey, I'm finna pick up your car and do this.
Hell no. If we gonna clarify under them pretenses what we just dating, everything needs to be asked. Everything needs to be said. Everything needs to be under an understanding level.
I disagree.
No, shit, me.
I'm bringing you lunch I'm bringing you lunch, not do you need me to bring you lunch.
And then if I ate, I ain't gonna eat your lunch.
No.
Because you didn't tell me you was bringing me lunch.
No. We're not saying surprise. We're saying acts versus statements.
And that's what that is.
I've had people say, I ain't bringing you lunch. I know, I don't want you to ask.
Hey, Cubs. So what that guy right now?
The one who asked to bring me, the one who brought lunch?
Yeah.
He stopped talking to me. It wasn't me.
But my point is,
no, listen to me, because you're not egotistical, so maybe you don't get it. Some people want to hear you put in a request, and that's facts. I've heard men say it, like, to get a woman to
hold on, but that's not
they say closed,
like, yo,
closed mouths don't get fed.
That's been my statement for day one. But
that's definitely my statement.
But this ain't about a closed mouth being fed.
I was stating that because she said some people just like to hear you ask for the request.
Like he said, that's not the question.
But you know what?
Because the question is, when is it appropriate to ask?
I don't feel comfortable.
Now the question is, now hold on, we don't went around because like you just made a hell of a statement. Because when you read the statements, when is it appropriate to ask?
Now let me say this. Okay, so like as in dating situations, I feel weird asking somebody for something. That's when you get to that point where you like, say for instance, you have to put gas in your car, but you don't get paid till tomorrow, so you need gas.
Right?
Can I borrow $10 to put gas in my car as opposed to give me $10?
I don't think nothing wrong with that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if you just date, it's like, can I borrow $10 as opposed?
So we back on the timeline though. So after how you dating a week, you willing to ask for gas?
Hell no, because that nigga like this bitch big already.
Exactly, because we were supposed to, because Cuz kind of tied in a post he saw that was somewhat related, but not exactly this question.
True story. So that kind of skewed my view. She's 100% correct.
Just to get people up to speed, the original post was like, some of us don't know how to be spoiled and we're independent women. So if you want to do something for me, just do it. That's what's that post, which is separate.
True story.
And that's how I also feel. Like you can call me and be like, are you hungry? You need something to eat versus I'm gonna grab you lunch what you want. Those are two different statements. And for me, I'm not tripping if you don't do it. This is what I'm steady saying. I ain't tripping. If you don't do it, I'll still be fine. fine. I'm not harboring no hard will. But I don't feel like being in that situation to be like, yeah, actually I am hungry. Could you? No. I'm not doing it, and that's it. And in terms of when it's appropriate to ask for some shit, I'm with cuz like 3 months before you asking for something like a phone bill or some substantial. Right. 3 months. I agree with that as far as the timeline question.
Right. And then I'm with cuz I ain't ask for shit.
And then like if you, but
I'm with him. I'm not asking for shit. I'm not asking you for nothing.
And then if you,
but you better reciprocate what the fuck I do.
But if you
better reciprocate
in that 3 months, if you still date,
or do some hell of a things. Strange.
Oh God!
In a certain range.
Wiggly thing in the back of the phone.
You know what I'm talking about?
But listen, let me say this though. So in that 3 months, you still consider this dating? Is it? Do you ask him like, can you pay my phone bill, or can I borrow the money to pay my phone bill? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's a borrow in a dating situation. I think it's kind of. I would ask if I was going to ask, give it to me.
This some Judge Joe Brown shit.
I'm not gonna ask her because it is some Judge Joe Brown shit.
Because that caveat means something.
Yeah.
That means something.
Mm-hmm.
Because
under those guidelines, whatever you doing in a dating relationship, all that count as, hey man, you do that for the person.
And what is dating? Dating mean y'all have not made a commitment.
That's a gray ass area too. What is dating?
You really?
Because some people say if I'm dating you, I'm not in a relationship with you, so I ain't connected to you.
And some people think dating.
So under that pretense,
you can fuck with other people.
And you can get my motherfucking money back.
That's why I said borrow. Yeah, that's why I said borrow. Because that's like, because you
if we date, because it ain't me taking you out to eat because we dating.
Right.
And I pay for the meal, I pay for the movie, and I pay for the
right, because you pay one time and I'll pay one time.
If I'm paying for your phone bill and we're just dating,
I want my money back. That's why I said borrow. That's why I said borrow.
So yeah, those caveats is key.
But you don't want to be too firm usually with the deadline on repayment, so it gets loose, it gets lost. Now y'all done transition from dating into full blown relationship. Are you still looking for that?
And niggas be so after the walk till them niggas don't want to clarify. You know, I lend it to you, man, but I need it back by such because my bill gonna be due.
Yeah.
Hey, look, some niggas be on the walk hunt. And ain't got nothing yet. Don't worry about it.
Simple thing is, if you're not under my roof, I can't help you.
Damn!
I'm not in this bullshit.
I can't help you.
Not under my roof.
I can't
help you.
I can't do it with us. Damn.
And y'all been asking for him to talk more.
I can't.
Yep.
He give you what you asked for.
Hey, look, my father.
Be careful.
My father, one of the cheapest guys on this planet.
Woo, that man, two-ply tissue. He said you gotta use 2 sheets.
That trait was multiplied when he had me.
True story.
I'm not spending a dime when I'm
You're not under my roof, so that's definitely clarified as dating. When you're not living together,
I want my money back.
Yeah.
But now, to be fair to Zay, when he love you, he'll do anything in the world.
Anything.
Right, but that's most people.
But that's a motherfucking lie.
That love you?
Hell no. Motherfuckers got love with limitations.
Is that love?
You got me. Yeah, it's love.
In love. We talking about romantic love, I'm assuming.
Yeah, still.
So you can be romantic.
Love limitations because all that goes back to what he just said is how he was raised and how he picked up his thing. Like, he picked up his whole understanding of dating and all that.
But his daddy has always gone hard for big cuz, which is their mama.
Don't take away from the fact that what he just said in their mama.
Right. So I'm saying
I wanna ask Tone. We need to get Tone called in because I need to know what was it like when they were dating. Because I get what he did. Hell yeah, he go hard for her now. They 50 years in.
They've been together 41, 42 years.
What I say? Did you catch that? That was a hell of a guess. 50 years in. So it's a different dynamic. You dig? Like, yeah, he going hard.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he going hard. Mm-hmm. Point of the matter, what was it in the beginning? What was the lanes then?
Are we agreeing on about 3 months before you put in? The bullshit request is bringing
it's till we make it official. I don't give a damn. When we make it official that we in a relationship, then everything else becomes available because you're in a relationship. Okay. It ain't no 3 to 6. When we decide, let's take this to the next level.
So y'all ain't never bought nobody no shoes that wasn't your girl yet.
No.
Hell no.
Motherfucking no.
Hell no. And if anybody out there who know me think I'm like, hit it. Go ahead, put it in the comments, and you bought me some shoes, and we gonna talk about that. Cause it ain't me. I ain't never bought nobody no shoes that I didn't consider mine.
Right. Cause the same shoes you bought, they can walk up with you on their feet. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. No.
I ain't.
I'm blaming.
You know of any? And you have known me your whole life. Have you recalled any moment at any opportunity somebody got out of a big hug like that?
No. But what I'm saying is, we are living in times where motherfuckers.
That's what they do.
And that's these young niggas that's on the fuckery.
Okay.
The fuckery is real. It's out here. It's here. We were talking about this the other day. Like a lot of these cats, a lot of these young dudes today, and not to knock these young cats because they also have a different level of fight than we had growing up. So I respect their gusto, want to get out here and get it, and get out here and fight for what they believe in. My thing is, there's certain things that, as young men and young women, I think it's a divide there in the understanding of how things go. Like I feel like it was a gap there where a lot of these young men were growing up in a single mother household, and a lot of the male teachings weren't transpired as to how to act in certain situations and transpired down. And I think a lot of them missed what we talking about now. They didn't get that teaching. They didn't get how to act. Because how many times I've seen a spike in people in relationships.
You know you can't be pausing.
When we know what happens when I pause. People tend to make their own understanding pauses. You know, they believe they know what they're thinking when he paused, but that's a different story. A lot of these young cats, man, in relationships, you see a lot of domestic violence to the point where a lot of these young dudes not understanding how to deal with young women in relationships, and they doing something physical to them. We just saw on the news that a brother and a sister was murdered.
Yeah, by the baby daddy.
We don't know. I don't know if it was the baby daddy, but it was insinuated that it was the baby daddy, and it was insinuated on the news that it was a strain and a lot of tension between her and her boyfriend. And come to find out, she was pregnant. And we can go back to what happened with Jennifer Hudson's sister and her baby daddy. Mm-hmm. And the issues, or did she have a baby by him? I know he grabbed that little boy. That little boy wasn't his, I don't think so. But that was still a domestic situation where her boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, is the one that caused them to, that caused the harm to that family. Yeah. Because the relationship dynamic was skewed. And it's the same thing in these dynamics. Like, I don't think these young cats quite understand how to deal in the dynamic of a relationship, and they take everything to the point where they want to do something physical to them. And I don't think it's different lanes and layers to this shit. And I don't think it should be carried to that point of extreme. Because if you don't want to be with me no more, I ain't gonna punch you in the eye and get on. Because I find something new, young, and hotter. That's
like,
how I go.
That kind of ties into like the overall of what we're saying is like, the rules are different these days. So when it comes to how long before you can spend money, maybe if somebody come in the gate breaking bread with you a weekend and spend $500, they rationale that they can feel like they own you now might want to go upside your shit. Like, maybe the investment is too high too early on. That could be part of it. And that's a true story, and I believe, nigga, you got the game fucked up. Because if you went in and spent $400-500 because you wanted to get into the WAP and she didn't look at it from that perspective, I think the nigga that was tricked was you. You tricked yourself.
You did that.
You played yourself.
Congratulations.
That's your fault. You did? Now, if she went into this motherfucker with a whole agreement, you give me $5, I'll give you this. Hey, man, that's a business arrangement.
And if it's a business arrangement,
but if you just trying to show out, and show what you got and try to get down because you goddamn you can, and then if she don't reciprocate what it is you trying to get back, man, nigga, that's on you.
No.
That's on you.
It ain't worth trying to impress somebody. Spend all your money.
And then, like you said, because even if
that's
it was a business arrangement, it's like business arrangements come to an end. You still don't own me. But again, it's a lot of dynamics with power and money and sex and it getting jumbled up. But I enjoyed it. Like we got clarity. So for us, we ain't asking you for shit, but you can ask us in 90 days. Don't ask me about no damn home cooked meals, niggas. All right.
Hey, if we just,
especially don't ask me about that.
I didn't know how to quite answer that part, but if we still in the dating space, I don't care how long if we just in the dating space, man. I ain't up with that.
Could have been 9 months, could have been 10.
Yeah, man. When we decide to take it to the next level, then the gloves come off.
Then it's like that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, our final segment today. So as you all know, episode 1 we highlighted She Chef Keish and her nacho mammy punch. Yeah. And then after that, we on episode 2 we highlighted collage construction with Zay Major and some of the ins and outs of that business. So this week, actually, we're going to talk a little bit about what I do. Again, my name is Kate Corinne. Mostly what I do is content writing, so it's creative nonfiction writing. So that consists of helping you ghostwrite your personal memoir, coming up with content for your website, your About Me section. Let's say you came out with a line of handbags or jumpsuits. I would write your copy, make those outfits sound like they the shit, because we're sure they are. That's the primary business right there. So if you need something written, you need something looked at, you need something edited, you can reach out to me at K.Corinne_ on IG. Again, that's K.Corinne_ that's on IG. And from there, I can give you my...
And you get a pen.
And you'll get a pen and possibly a notebook. You know what I'm saying? This is the Prem be flexing. So what is it that we want everyone to leave with from today's show?
That we got a new shirt. Hey, check out the merchandise.
You see, gang.
It will be up for sale as soon as we figure out how to do it.
Bags since potty train.
That's gonna be Zay Major's thing. Gonna make sure you take care of all the money. You gotta make sure we're gonna have a site up. We're gonna make sure it's ready.
1 week.
But we can definitely have the merchandise how you want it. You're gonna see us come through with the shoe line. We're gonna come through with the hat line. I'm sorry. So we're gonna start some merchandise and coming through soon. To go along with everything, man. Let y'all know what we on around these hip hop.
And we appreciate y'all support. Everyone that's been tuning in, please continue to subscribe, share, like, comment, tell us
feedback.
What you think.
We need all that feedback. Come on with it.
Holla at us. If there's any show topic you want to hear about, please let us know. If we said anything that offended you, you can let us know that too.
We up with that emotional bullshit. We don't mind being uncomfortable being comfortable in the uncomfortable space. I don't care. We can talk about it. Feel how you feel, man. We get you over that edge, man. This is therapy to us.
Yeah. What I'm gonna say is pick your sport and stick with it, Nate.
Hey now.
Cause everything ain't for everybody, Nate.
Whoa, everything ain't for everybody.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Can y'all see Serena Williams hopping in the ring with Layla Ali like, hey, I'm tough. I'm a professional athlete. She wouldn't do it. Cause that ain't what
I would jump in the ring with Layla and I don't do that. Hell, that lady is tough like her daddy. I ain't got another reason.
So athleticism does not transcend all sports.
She can cook too, y'all. Layla Ali can cook.
What about you, Zay? What would you like to add?
Just keep everything culture. Keep everything culture.
Oh, that's spectacular. That's what we try to do, man. Keep everything culture. So that's a wrap for us right here. It's the What You Own podcast. So it's much love from us, baby. Y'all keep getting us the love back, baby. We gonna keep it coming. We swear. And that's what it is, Shot Town.
What you own?
What you own? What you own? What you own? What you own? What you own? What you own podcast?
Yeah, boy.
What you own podcast?